Guys, I'm so sick of this piece of shit. Stop calling my phone. Oh my god, okay. So yeah, again, the Whites want to seem like a really normal family. They want people to think none of Walt's mysterious behavior. Just they want people to think that Walt is kind of just going through like a psychotic like attack or something because of his cancer, not because he's selling drug money or anything. Meanwhile, Jesse Pinkman begins to plot against those who killed Combo Ortega. I don't necessarily blame him for doing that. He's getting it back in blood. Shout out to Pooh Shiesty, I guess. He buys blue meth from the gang responsible, confirming that the people who killed Combo work for Gus Fringe. So we find out that these people that, have Tomas running around, which something's bad. Or, did that happen this episode or last episode? I don't remember. Okay. Jesse tells Walt about his findings and asks him to make ricin so he can exact revenge. Knowing that they work with Gus Fringe, Jesse makes the terrible decision. Walt and Gus are really good friends and they're very loyal to each other, like business partners. And Jesse's like, can you get some ricin up so I can kill these guys that work for Gus? And I'm sure Walt probably knows they work for him, but I don't know, man. Uh, let's see. Although Walt appears troubled by the gang's use of children, he dismisses the plan and tells Jesse to do the same. So, forget it happened. They can do their own thing. They are distributors. Let them do their thing. Let them do whatever. Jesse says, I'm doing it with or without you. So Jesse's going through with the plan. Convinced Jesse is likely to do something rash that would endanger multiple people, including himself, Walt visits Saul Goodman and they hatch a plan to have Jesse sent to jail for a month to cool down. They want Jesse to be kind of locked away. It's getting out of hand with Jesse. He's trying to do a little too much in this situation. They want him to kind of be to take a break from the whole thing. And meanwhile, Marie Schrader wheels Hank out of the hospital after winning a bet where she arouses him during a sponge bath. Kind of a weird scene. You guys are a little too old to be going through some sexual endeavors like that. But yeah, Mike Ehrmantraut makes an unannounced visit to Walt at home, telling him that he is not going to follow Saul's plan. He is not going to put Jesse in jail for a month. If you're gonna put Jesse in jail for a month, you gotta put him in longer. If you're gonna put him in jail, anyway. He explains that Gus does not know of Jesse's intentions, but that if he follows through on them, he will find out and take it as a problem, and probably take it out on Walt, because Walt was the one that wanted Jesse to join up with them in the first place. So Mike is warning him that, hey, I would not get Jesse involved with the other gang and cause some problems. He then recounts an incident from his time as a policeman. So we learn that this Mike guy's a policeman. A little bit of some character development for this guy. It's always nice for some of the side characters to have that. When he showed mercy by allowing a habitually abusive husband to live, only for the man to beat his wife to death shortly after. So definitely some guilt, definitely a guilt story. If you're going to take something down, take it down forever type thing. He tells Walt that he chose a half measure instead of killing the husband and warns before leaving, no more half measures. Walt, you must take this in your hands. You must make sure that Jesse doesn't do anything to this gang. Yeah. Jesse plants a poison of his own making and burgers his friend Wendy, a local prostitute, will bring to the gang members. Wendy, the prostitute throughout the episode, makes another appearance in this one, and she's shown in the intro to kind of indicate that she's going to be a big part of this episode. However, Mike and Victor get to Jesse first, thwarting his plan and forcing him to go for a ride. So Victor's like the side man for Gus, and Mike is obviously the guy that works for Saul, and he's the one that wants to take care of this whole problem with Jesse because Jesse's trying to hurt people that are working for the organization he's working for. They should be business partners. They should be friends. I know they shot Combo, but you got to leave that in the past if you want to make money. Let's see here. They bring him to a meeting with Gus, Walt, and the dealers he was targeting. Jesse's furious to realize Walt has revealed his plan to Gus, but Gus tells him that Walt is his only friend in the room. No one else actually likes him. So if he's going to lash out, he's not going to work for the company anymore. That's pretty much what they're saying. After several tense verbal exchanges, the dealers agree to stop using children, and Jesse agrees to keep the peace, which probably isn't going to last that long, and honestly, someone else gets involved. He refuses to speak to Walt in the car after the meeting, and later will not return his phone calls. So Jesse's really mad at Walt. He ratted him out. He's a snitch. He broke the street code. That night, Jesse hears about the death about Tomas and rushes to the scene with his girlfriend Andrea. So yeah, Tomas unfortunately gets murdered. They probably killed him because they said no more children. So like, okay, we're just gonna make sure this kid doesn't come around us again and kill him. I guess. He realized the dealers have killed Tomas because he's no longer of value to them, as they have agreed to stop using children. Now, if they were to release Tomas, he probably would have ratted on the police or something. So it's probably smart that they did that, but at the same time, they work for Gus, the secure businessman. So I don't know how this is gonna go for them. While having dinner with his family, Walt sees the TV news report of Tomas's murder. Realizing that Jesse is going to confront the dealers, he abruptly leaves. Because Jesse is, like, in full defense of this Tomas guy. He's with Andrea. I don't know if Walt knows he's with Andrea. Does he? I don't know. Jesse waits in his car near their territory, watching them and snorting methamphetamine for the first time since leaving rehab, so he pretty much relapses in this episode. Kind of unfortunate, but hey, he's got to get amped up, I guess. He grabs a gun from under his seat, leaves the vehicle, and starts walking towards the dealers. Oh my god, this was fucking awesome. I loved the end of this episode. This is one of the better endings of an episode in the history of the show so far. As Jesse draws his gun, the dealers begin to do likewise. So the dealers know something's up. They know since they killed Tomas, Jesse's going to want to kill them. Suddenly, a high-speeding car plows over both dealers. Walt's car. The driver is revealed to be Walt. Again, this is a big spoiler, so watch the episodes first, please, guys. Who exits the vehicle with one dealer still underneath and another injured but reaching for his gun. Walt picks up the gun, shoots the dealer in the head, and tells a horrified Jesse to run. So, wow, I was fucking in shock with how this episode ended. What a freaking cliffhanger. I can't wait to watch the next episode. It's probably not going to be till tomorrow, though. Holy shit, it's kind of insane. But yeah, let's talk about what people thought. Jesse, the actor for Jesse, Aaron Paul, actually won an award for his performance in this episode. He's a really good supporting actor. He's a really good second-hand man in this series, I think. Widely positive reviews. One of the best in the series. The episode is fun, creative, well-directed, well-acted, and set us up for what's going to be an awesome finale. It's a high 9 out of 10. It's probably a top 15 Breaking Bad episode when it's all said and done. Again, still have 2 more seasons. I still have 27 more episodes of this show, which I'm super excited for to watch. But man, this show is setting up to be something spectacular. Hopefully you enjoyed my review. I think this show is fucking amazing. I already bought a action figure 3 seasons through the episode, showing my love and support for these guys. The series is obviously over by now, but this shit's awesome. When did this episode come out? 2010? So when did they do the finale? Anyways, I'm out. I gotta get to